Ascension messages. Questions and answers, consciousness, DNA, unreal humans, Matrix, Van Allen belt.
Hello, thank you for being here. I'm trying to understand what a soul is.
Answer. There is only one great all, everything is the source. Individual consciousness is only points of attention of the great all. However, they are the great all, inseparable, holographic fragments of the great all. These points of attention are there to give us the illusion of separation, however they are only nodes or points of frequency within a greater unity, and these points or nodes form a cell from which more complex biological bodies can exist. The source is everything together. However, to include everything you need to have your attention in everything, because without attention consciousness there would be nothing, because everything is consciousness. Everything is frequency, and this accumulates in the form of experiences perceived by each individual soul. This then is added to the total frequency. In the absence of time, as such, everything is simultaneous and everything is already. The frequency accumulated by each soul will dictate its point of attention in the universe, and in the source. There is no time as such, because it is only the result of the individual awareness perception of the soul. This is the same process and the principle behind how the original DNA was generated from higher planes, following the intention creation patterns of consciousness. As stated before, the original DNA frequencies always dominates over artificially altered DNA. The artificial DNA is not the result of etheric awareness, and therefore, any alteration in the DNA by artificial means creates a dissonance. This dissonance will cause either genetically modified individuals to suffer serious health problems that will end them, or cause their offspring to have these problems sooner or later, reducing their reproduction to a very limited number of generations. We have spoken of this concerning the coronavirus, and the experimentations by the master geneticists behind the reptilian cabal attempting to create slave races.
Question. I have managed to capture in my mind the dissonance you speak of, but don't know how to apply it to the unreal humans that you have spoken of. Does this mean that artificial unreal humans cannot reproduce, because they have no connection to source?
Answer. They can, and do, reproduce. They are a matrix program, and they do have biology. Their artificial biology is animated by a carefully artificially constructed ADMA, that these master geneticists have studied and reproduced successfully enough to animate a biological program that is beamed onto Earth from the lunar matrix computer, that is holding all of humanity at these times, into a 3D experience. As stated before, the natural incarnated biological point of conscious attention awareness of the soul is 5D. In 5D, there are 12 strands of DNA, 24 pairs of chromosomes, and one brain operating through one conscious mind. In 3D, we have effectively two brains, one left and one right hemisphere, each with a mind that are in constant conflict with each other. We do have 12 strands of DNA, however their operation or full effectiveness is suppressed, and we do have 24 pairs of chromosomes. However, most humans are functioning on 22 or 23 pairs, the remaining ones are suppressed. This is what 3D manifests. However, with much work, a 3D consciousness can elevate its awareness, raising its vibrational frequency, escape the 3D lunar matrix, and return to 5D. If a 3D incarnated soul traveled beyond the limit of the 3D matrix, i.e. the Van Allen belt, they would immediately start reverting back to their 5D frequency DNA, as outlined above. The lunar matrix artificially creates a dissonance by suppressing 5D frequencies. As stated before, all star seeds are 5D and beyond. The human race is a subspecies, created originally for a soul to downstep their frequency and experience separation, with a veil of forgetfulness. The forgetfulness aspect of this statement is merely the suppression of higher frequencies through dissonance. All frequencies can be manipulated to be either constructive or destructive. When the lunar matrix was put in place, the Palladian High Council manipulated the frequencies to trap the regressive reptilians on the planet, suppressing certain frequencies in the hope that the regressive reptilians would eventually over time forget who they were, and the role that they had been playing out creating havoc in this quadrant of this universe, and instead start to grow and evolve spiritually as a natural process of evolution. As stated before, this plan backfired. With the best of intentions and with meticulous planning, not everything works out as anticipated.
Question. You said earlier that the lunar generators on the moon were recaptured only 12 years ago?
Answer. The short answer to your question, yes, that is correct. It was an error on our behalf. After the Great War and the destruction of Tamac, we returned to Tegeta to heal and recover. We had many casualties and suffered enormous losses defending entire civilizations that the regressive entities had destroyed. Not returning sooner was an error on our behalf. We are not perfect, this is how the universe works.
Question. Returning to understanding 5D. You said, if we traveled beyond the Van Allen belt that we automatically start reverting to a 5D vibrational frequency?
Answer. Yes, that is correct.
Question. How long would that take?
Answer. In a rejuvenation chamber, 2 months, or in an unassisted way, it would take less than 2 years. Yes, every star seed incarnated onto this planet today is 5D and beyond. It is only the lunar matrix that is suppressing these higher frequencies. The frequencies emanating from the heart of creation are bringing positronic waves of consciousness, raising the frequency of the entire universe, and is a part of the Universal Ascension program. The human global ascension here on Earth at these times is another frequency matrix playing out its rhythm within the greater universal consciousness that is emanating from the heart of creation, and the one that has created us all. A matrix inside a matrix.
Question. Does this mean that all we have to do is wait until the frequencies build to a level that we are matched by the frequency that liberates us from this 3D experience, and we then become 5D again?
Answer. We know you would love to hear that the answer is yes. We will not disappoint you. The question is, how long do you want to wait?
Question. I was hoping you would tell me.
Answer. Do you think millions upon millions of star seeds have incarnated into 3D over the past 12,500 years, placed themselves in harm's way, making great sacrifices, leaving their family and friends in other realities and densities, only to wait to be liberated by a higher power?
Question. Well, when you put it that way, no.
Answer. The good news is that you are almost there. There is great assistance from beyond Earth from all parts of this galaxy and many from beyond that. You are at the nexus point for a quantum leap back into 5D, however, you must do the work from inside the 3D matrix. That is why you are there. You have done this before, many times. You know what to do. The work is not physical, the work does not involve going anywhere, or doing anything outside of your awareness. All of the work is internal. It is simple, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Make your inner world 5D, and that is what you will become. That is what you already are.
Question. Thank you, I've got it.
Tawana, Tawa, adventure with joy, with all its multiple meanings.